Question 7. A charged particle having some mass is resting in equilibrium at height h above the center of a uniformly charged non-conducting horizontal ring. So this time this question is about a ring. It's an alien object for us, isn't it? આપણે તો કોઈ દિવસ ring જોઈ જ નથી ને હજી. Right? So first of all we will find out the electric field due to a ring. Let's start. Electric field due to a uniformly charged ring. Yes. So let's say that this is a uniformly charged ring. So that is they start distributed everywhere on its surface. And here is the axis of the ring. Alright, this line is the axis of the ring. And here is the point P where I want to find out what is the electric field due to this. Assuming that ring has total charge plus distributed everywhere. Okay, total charge of the ring is, assuming plus, even if it's negative, same formula works. Right? Okay. So to find that, first of all, we'll have to point out some distances. Let's say this is C. C to P. Let's say the distance is smaller as usual. See, we are so consistent with our terminology. Smaller always stands for distance of the point from the center. कोई confusion नहीं. एक बार R आवड़ी की वैल्यू आवड़ी थी ऊपर. What is meaning of R? Now, to find the electric field, we have to consider that everywhere there will be some charges distributed. यहाँ plus like that everywhere. So let's consider a small portion over here with a charge D. Each electric field, now this is a positive charge, so each electric field will be in a direction. Yes, an electric field of a positive charge is away from the charge. Very good. The arm. Did you understand? Similarly, there will be a diametrically opposite dq charge. You understand what I am saying? Outward से एवी રીતે અહીંયા હોય તો then each electric field will be once again away from the charge doing arm. Yes or no? Yes or no? Sure. Due to symmetry, the vertical components will get cancelled. Okay, vertical components will get cancelled. Only horizontal components will remain. Right? So let's say this angle is theta, so this angle is also theta. By symmetry, this angle will also be something here. Only horizontal components will remain. This is dE. dE means small electric field due to a small charge. Got it? Okay or not okay? See, we don't have to consider both together. I was just drawing both so that you appreciate the symmetry and understand that vertical components will get cancelled. હવે બેનું કામ નથી, હવે એકનું કામ ધ્યાન રાખજો. Okay, you leave it in your diagram, no problem. I am just leaving it like this. So now just consider only one unelectric field I think. So dE is equal to k dq upon r square plus capital R square if capital R is the radius of the ring. Yes or no? What's the distance of this from this? Pythagoras theorem. बराबर है? Okay, under root r square plus r square. Clear or not?
Yes.
So ultimately, dE becomes kq by r square. Kq. What is q? dq by r square. Now, we will have to do integration. You have to add up all such electric fields created by such dq like that. Okay, but like I said, we are only interested in the horizontal component, not in the vertical. It will always get cancelled. So therefore, net electric field at E is equal to not integration dE. No, not this. Wrong. It will be integration of dE cos theta. Why integration of dE cos theta? Why not of dE? Because like I said, only the horizontal components will survive. The vertical components are always going to get cancelled. They આનું આ cancel કરે, અહીંયા હોય એનું આ cancel કરે, અહીંયા હોય એનું આ cancel કરે. Like that, diametrically opposite will always cancel each other's components. Got it? So this will remain. Okay, let's do integration. dE change du by r squared plus r squared. Cos theta. What's cos theta? Look at this triangle. What do you think this cos theta is? Whatever. It is small r upon under root r square plus r square. Clear? Okay. Now there are no variables in this integration. One of the easiest things you could do. Take a variable and this here. K upon r square. This r, whether you take this dq here or here or here, r don't change that. Got it? Your capital R is radial, that's also fixed. A variable is खाली dq. Integration dq is q, total charge, correct? Basically what it means is we are adding charge. So if you add the charge, you get q. The final answer will be aqr upon r square plus r square raised to 3 by. This is the electric field on the axis of a uniformly charged ring. Okay, understood? Derivation thing. Now we will use this. I believe we might have done something similar in gravitation also. Yes. MI was the minus gmr upon r square plus r square raised to 3 by. એટલે આમ તો મારે કેવું હોય તો હું તો કહી દે કે કોનામાં આવ્યું આમાં લખી નાખો પૂરું. સેકન્ડ ચેપ્ટરમાં હું એવું જવા દઈશું. આઈ બી વેરી ફ્રેન્ક. સમજાય તો સમજી લેજો, ન સમજાય તો બેઠા રહેજો. સેકન્ડ ચેપ્ટરમાં હું જવા દઈશ. પોટેન્શિયલ એનર્જી એ બધું આવશે. that's it. Potential energy u equal to minus gm1 f2 by r w. Same things will be there, right? Okay, fine. Anyway, so this is it. Let's solve this question now. Here, you will also have to understand a problem. See, if someone tells me find the force between a ring and a point charge, let's say, suppose our ring has some charge and this is some point charge. I cannot do it by Coulomb's law. Do you understand why? Anyone can tell me why this is wrong? Why can't we do it by Coulomb's law? Why can't we do it by Coulomb's law? Charge to check. Force between two charges can't be found by Coulomb's law. Yes, they were. Very good. Coulomb's law is only valid for point charges. So what if there are other shapes? So it's a don't worry, but not by Coulomb's law, but indirectly by this. What do I mean? We will say that this ring, that's an agent theory. Ring will create its agent, that is ring will create electric field. And then who will apply force on that charge? Electric field will apply force on charge q. So F is equal to q. Yes or no? Yes. Sure. अच्छा E कैसे फाइंड करें? एना माटे तो अपने फॉर्मूला डिराइव करिए तो. There are 3 more to come. All right. So again, ગમે ત્યારે બે ચાર્જ દેખાય સર F equal to k1 q2 by r square એવું ન આવે. એટલે એટલા જોડમાં નહીં આવી જવાનું. ઘણા લોકો છે બુદ્ધિ એવું જ કરતા રહે. બે ચાર્જ દેખાય એટલે F equal to k1 q2 by r square જ કરવાનું. એવું ન હોય. It is only valid for point charges. જો કોઈ પણ શેપ હશે કે કોઈ પણ આડી સિચ્યુએશન હોય, this is what you have to depend on. એટલે આ ફોર્મ્યુલા દેખાય છે ને એના કરતા બહુ વધારે ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. Okay, F is equal to QE, right? This is actually, I would say, even more important than Coulomb law, right? Agreed, Coulomb law is the base, but Coulomb law no restriction છે. આનું કોઈ restriction જ નથી. This formula is valid everywhere. Got it? Yes. Okay, so F equal to QE works everywhere. Especially, you should use it especially when there are situations like this where point turns around. Okay, let's solve the problem. A charged particle having some mass is resting in equilibrium at a height h above the center of a uniformly charged non-conducting horizontal ring of radius r. Can you draw a diagram? Ring has negative charge or positive charge? Okay. Read the question further. I think it will be clear. So, this is ring, radius r. Particle is above it. Let's say having some charge q. Okay, yes. Sure. Now, what is given? This particle is in equilibrium. But which equilibrium? Read the question. The force of gravity acts downwards. The equilibrium of the particle will be stable if. Okay, then we have option. So we are given that this particle is in stable equilibrium. We are given that this particle is in stable. Alright. Okay. Well, so for, do you remember what is equilibrium first of all? What is it? Total force is 0. Do you remember what is stable equilibrium? Yes, Raj. Correct. If you displace it a little bit from that position, it will come back towards that position. It will not run away. Yeah, ball here. This is unstable equilibrium. That is stable equilibrium. Alright? Correct. So basically it's saying that if you displace it a little bit, then it should come back. If you displace it a little bit either up or down, then it will come back here. Then what is the relation? Height h. Then what is the relation of height with radius h? Okay, fine. So to understand that this is in equilibrium, first of all we will definitely have electric force is equal to mg. Yes or no? Yes or no? So equilibrium upward force Fe, downward force mg. Only then it is in equilibrium. Fine. So this is what we do. But એનાથી તો કઈ મળશે જ નહીં. I'll tell you what. Suppose you put F is value, not derive value. Q into E जो आयु. I hope you understood why I am writing Q into E. We can't use Coulomb's law. So E formula out in electric field due to a ring. How much? A Q small r. Okay, that is H. Isn't it? Small r is H. Yes or no? Yes. Sure. Yeah. Upward under root r square plus h square. Actually, raised to 3 by 2. Raised to 3 by 2. This is equal to m. આમાં તો કઈ છે નહીં, આમાંથી તમને રિલેશન જ નહીં. So equilibrium is not the big deal. Stable equilibrium is the big deal. Right? So how to relate it with stable equilibrium? Well, Think about it. Suppose you first of all you look at mg. Is mg a constant force or variable force? Is mg a constant force or variable? Constant ne, changes no થાય ને. Is that okay or not okay? Now suppose you would displace this a little bit down. અહીંયા હતું એના બદલે અહીંયા લઈ. Then what will happen to F? Will it increase or decrease? Increase. Will it increase or decrease? Increase. Raise your hand. Who has got an idea? Will it increase or decrease if it comes closer? If this charge comes a little bit down, closer to the ring, will the force between them increase or decrease? Alright, very good. Okay. હું એમ જ વિચારું છું કોનું આપણે ખોટું પડાવીએ બરાબર ને that severely dented your confidence didn't they મજાક કરું છું it's very strange. I think most of you were going to say increase, but it's not that simple, to be very frank. Okay, ring no electric field sort of weird, right? There are some situations where if you come close it will decrease. Let me point out one very simple. What is the electric field at the center of the ring? Use the formula. Look at formula and winner. What will be the electric field at the center of the ring? It will be zero. નજીક આપી તો વધતું નથી નજીક આવે તો વિચલિત થાય પણ એવું દર વખતે ન હોય right? So there is basically a point. There is basically a point where the electric field becomes maximum. એટલે એ આપણે પહેલા ફાઇન્ડ કરવું પડશે એનાથી જ આપણે ઓકે here we go. E is k q small r upon r square plus r square raised to 3 by 2. This is now I'm not so sure whether you will remembering, but basically if something has to be maximum or minimum, then its differentiation will be 0. Okay, if something has to be maximum or minimum, then its differentiation will be 0. Math my about one thing. Okay, velocity time graph here. This is the highest point of this graph where the velocity is maximum. Yes or no? Yes. So यहाँ slope draw करें. Slope क्या है? Zero है. Slope is nothing but acceleration. So that means at this point A, which is equal to dv by dt, is equal to 0. देखा है क्या? लिखी देखा है? That if something is maximum, its differentiation is going to be 0. Got it? Sure. याद रखो. Maths में तो होते थे, पर पहला अपने physics में तो use fail that हमने खबर है. Okay, so let's differentiate this. आवड़े के ना आवड़े ये मान कर दे ऊपर से ये 30 सेकंड. K is constant, Q is constant. बाकी બધું variable. Chain rule, division rule ये બધું આવડે ને? આવડે છે ને? નીતર હું કરું એમ. જે પહેલા તમે 5 મિનિટ કરશો પછી હું 5 મિનિટ કરીને એટલો બધો ટાઈમ નથી આવતો. Do it. What? Capital R constant. Don't forget that. Done. Do you realize we don't even need to write the denominator? Division rule મને આવડે મેં તમને શીખવાડ્યો. There is no need to write denominator. Why? Because it will always get multiplied on that side and become 0. Sure, this is clear? પહેલા આ નું ડિફરન્શિએશન કરો એટલે 1 denominator as it is minus પછી આનું ડિફરન્શિએશન so its differentiation will be 3 by 2 r square plus r square raised to 1 by 2 પછી અંદર change rule 2 into r and you have to multiply this r. Okay, denominator is v square we multiply with 0. હવે આને સોલ્વ કરવાનું બહુ અઘરું દેખાય પણ કઈ અઘરું નથી. what's common? r square plus r square raised to 1 by 2 common છે ને કાવલી બાજુ મૂકી દો આખી ટર્મ પછી કટ કરી નાખો જઈ શકે. Sometimes I really feel that to understand physics you need to understand calculus. It's differentiation, integration, limits and all. And to understand calculus you need to know all the maths. Functions, range, domain, trigonometry. બરાબર ને બધું આવે ને તો પછી બાકી રહ્યું કઈ નહીં. Done. We want to find value of small r. Okay, that's our aim. That at how much distance is the electric field maximum? At how much distance is the electric field maximum? That's what we want to find out. Done. R by root 2. Very good. That is correct. याद રાખવાનું. Electric field of a ring is maximum at how much distance? R by root. Got it? Okay. Electric field of a ring is maximum at distance R by root 2. Right? Okay. So, what does that mean? See. If you want this thing to be in stable equilibrium, we have to calculate the graph at all. Graph of electric field versus distance. Okay, maximum kaya point पर आवे at r by root 2. Okay, 0 at 0. I hope you get that. Okay, नहीं actually है आप increase side and आप देना something of this. Okay, that almost I would say. Okay, the graph is of this kind of shape, right? That at 0 it is 0, like I asked you earlier. At r by root 2 it is maximum, and then as you increase the distance further, it will decrease. Finally, at infinity, once again it will become 0. Okay, so that's what we get. Now, so if you think about this, if this was exactly at here, if this was exactly at r by root 2, if you bring this close, the electric force will decrease or increase. If this was exactly at r by root 2, तो गम्मे ते बाजू जाओ શું થાય? The force will decrease. So the moment you bring it down, mg will win the competition. Yes or no? So પછી આ particle શું થાય? Will it go back up? It will fall down. I hope that is clear because mg will win the competition. Clear? So h cannot be r by root for stable equilibrium. Now let's take left side, means h less than r by root. So here, right? Let's say we take it here. Okay, so there what's going to happen? Suppose this distance is less than r by root, and here that particle is. Okay, there are two forces, right? There are two. If you bring it down, means distance will decrease. Then what will happen to the force? Electric force. Mg to constant. What will happen to electric force? It will decrease, because if you are here and you come a little bit close, then you are coming down on the graph. That means the electric field will decrease and electric force will also decrease. Same thing will happen. Don't you think? Theta is what is this? Got it? Let's go on the other side. What if get here? Okay. Now if you bring it a little bit down, so distance will decrease. What will happen? Electric force. If distance will decrease, electric force will increase. Look at the graph. અહીંયા જો તમે એક નજીક આવો, અહીંયા આવો. I hope that is clear. So the graph is going up. That means the electric force will increase. So what will happen? You pushed it a little bit down, અહીંયા આવી ગયું છે. And now Fe is more than mg. So what will happen? You will push it up. Okay, is it going back towards its equilibrium position? Yes. एक बाजू से तो जाए. Now let's try upwards. Suppose you push it up and you put it here, right? That is, you increase the distance. If you increase the distance, that is from here, let's say you go here, right? So what will happen to electric force? It will decrease. Correct or not? Electric force will decrease. So which will win the competition? So what will happen? It will come down. If you push it up, it will come down. If you push it down, it will go up. So where can it be stable equilibrium? For h greater than I. Understood? Okay. Next, number 8. The charge per unit length of the 4 quadrants of the ring is 2 lambda, minus 2 lambda, lambda and minus lambda. Do you remember linear mass density, mass per unit length? Yes or no? Yes. Just like that, linear charge density, charge per unit length. समझ पड़ी है? Lambda, charge per unit length. Okay? अरे કેટલી બધી similarities છે mass અને charge ની પૂરી જ નથી થતી similarity, right? Okay. That's why people like Einstein have said that if there is a God is a wonderful mathematician. કેમ? ગમે ફોર્સ હોય ફોર્મ્યુલા તો હરખી પેટર્નની જ બનાવી. એવું નહીં કે ગ્રેવિટેશનની ફોર્મ્યુલાની પેટર્ન અલગ અને ઇલેક્ટ્રોસ્ટેટિક ફોર્સની ફોર્મ્યુલાની પેટર્ન અલગ. F proportional to 1 by r square એવું આવે. ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ફિલ્ડમાં kq by r square એટલામાં gm by r square એવું જ આવે. પોટેન્શિયલ એનર્જીમાં સેમ જ પેટર્ન આવે, રાઈટ? ઇટ્સ લાઈક ગોડ થોટ ઓકે શું હવે દરેક વખતે અલગ ફોર્મ્યુલા બનાવે, બધામાં એક જ વાપરો. I hope you get what I'm saying, right? But yeah, there is no God. Now let's continue. The electric field at the center is the electric field at the center. At the center, we have to find out what is the electric field. First of all, is this a uniformly charged ring? No. So our dreams of using the formula are shattered. बराबर ने? Formula तो use नहीं. So we'll have to improvise. We'll have to try something else. Let's start. Okay. First of all, you have to tell me in which quadrant what charge we have. First quadrant का तो minus what? 2 lambda plus 2 lambda. Okay, so here it's positive and the linear charge density is plus 2 lambda. Okay, then minus 2 lambda. In this quadrant it's minus 2 lambda. 2 lambda. Okay. Then plus lambda in third quadrant. Yes. अरे वाह, plus easy I do that. But the minus 2 lambda. Okay. How expecting that? Minus lambda. So, do you realize that basically what is happening is due to symmetry, the electric field of this and this will oppose each other. and half of it will get cancelled. Who understood that? Right? Are 2 lambda. આટલું જો ખાલી ફર્સ્ટ ક્વાડ્રન્ટ અને થર્ડ ક્વાડ્રન્ટ આ બે ભૂલી જાઓ. First quadrant positive charge, third quadrant positive charge. But at the center, this is towards here, so its electric field should be there. And this is over here, so its electric field should be opposite. Yes or no? Yes. It is an opposite, and this is lambda, and that is 2 lambda. So when lambda and 2 lambda oppose each other, what is the net result? Lambda. Yes or no? Yes. Very. So instead of saying all this, you just say no charge here and only lambda charge here. Understood? Yes or no? Yes. Just like that, instead of minus 2 lambda, minus lambda, we can say no charge here and only minus lambda here. Understood? Problem simplified a little. Got it? Sure. Now we can simplify it even further. If you forget plus minus, right? खाली एक प्लस નું સાઇન કરાવો માઈનસ નું તો એવું છે ને ખાલી ડાયરેક્ટ ઓપોઝિટ આવે રાઈટ મેક સેન્સ શ્યોર ઓકે સિમ્પ્લિફાઈ ફર્ધર આટલું જ ફાઇન કરો બાકીનું બધું આપણે ઇક્વેશન થી ધડાધડ કરી દો રાઈટ now is where the problem really starts. This is not a point chart, yes or no? Okay, so for not a point chart we have only one option. You can either use some electric field formula directly, જે આના માટે છે then that leaves us with integration. Alright, that leaves us with integration. Let's start. So what are we going to do? We are going to divide this into small parts. Okay, we are going to divide this ring into small parts. Let me draw it as a giant ring. Okay, because only then you will be able to see everything here. Here is the center. Let's say I consider a little portion of an arc, okay, such that it makes a small angle that also looks big in this diagram, d theta. And it is supposed at an angle theta from here. Did you understand this so far? Yes or no? So any length can be used. Arc in length can be used. Black colored arc. How to find arc length? How to find arc length? Radius into angle. Re ઉપર જો L equal to R theta હોય ને તો પછી શું વિચારો છો? So what will be the length of this arc? It will be R d theta, not R theta. Okay, our length is there. If this is the small length dl, okay, see I am calling it a small length dl. Now based on what we have learned earlier about mass density, do you remember lambda is mass upon length, you લખતા હતા ને, or dm upon dl. Just like that for charge, lambda will be dq upon dl. Understood or not? Small charge upon small length. So what's the charge of this portion? Charge of this portion. Atlu. And it's very small. It's infinitesimal. How much is the charge of this portion? Lambda. Clear? Clear or not clear? Sure. Everyone. dq equal to lambda dl. Okay, what's dl? We have the value. So lambda into r into dl. So that's the charge of this portion. What to do next? Once you have found the charge of this portion, at this point, you can find electric field. This is going to be like a point charge because don't forget, in reality, this is infinitesimal. It's a point charge. I hope you understood that. So due to a point charge, okay, chalo, basic. So what is the formula of electric field due to point charge? Raise your hand. Formula of electric field due to point charge. Electric field due to point charge. કેટલી બધી વખત લખાઈ ગયું હશે હવે બરાબર ને કે નહીં ઓકે યસ મિત્ર kq upon r square. Very good. Sit down. So kq, q is dq. upon r square, r for distance. What's the distance of this from this? Radius. Yes or no? Clear? Clear or not clear?
Yes.
They give electric field. But this is actually a small electric field. Why? Because it's only due to a small charge. What will be the direction of this electric field? What will be the direction of this electric field? Positive લઈ લો અને સપોઝ પોઝિટિવ ચાર્જ લઈ લો તો કઈ બાજુ આવે આમ આવશે ને is that okay or not okay? Right, very good. Now this angle will be theta, yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, let's come back to this. Do you realize that here, because we have a negative charge, vertical field will get cancelled? I tell you what. Suppose here is a charge D, एक અહીંયા કોઈ ચાર્જ છે તો આનું ફીલ્ડ આમ જશે અને આનું ફીલ્ડ આમ આવશે. સમજ પડી ને? એનો સમજ પડી? Sure. તો શું થાય? Where is the total field? Left side. So what I'm saying is vertical components will get cancelled. So આપણે ખાલી શેમાં ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ છે? horizontal component. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
So શું લખું? Finally electric field of this will be integration of બોલો શું લખું છે? Integration of d લખી નાખું. Integration d, is this right or wrong? Wrong. What should I write? d cos theta. Clear? We should write integration of d cos theta. Again, like I said, we are only interested in the horizontal component, not in the vertical. કારણ કે આમ દેખાય છે ને કે આ કટ થઈ. Got it? Okay. Suppose question આટલો જ હોય તો તમારે બે ફાઇન્ડ કરો. Then you have to use I caret and J caret. Got it? Component ના cos theta, I caret, sin theta, J caret. સરળતા. Alright? Okay. Fine. Do the integration. Come on. Put T's value. Think what should be the limit. K is constant, R square is constant. D value lambda R D theta. And D is cos theta. Cos theta integration out. What are the limits? Think about it. First quadrant જો બધે positive charge છે. બરાબર? What are the limits for theta? 0 to 9. બરાબર? કરો integration. Integration of cos theta is sin theta. Okay, differentiation of cos theta is minus 9. Put it there, come on. Thank you. Okay, moving forward. So K lambda R are cancelled, एक R रही जैसे integration of cos theta is sin theta. Limit મૂકો એટલે 1 આવી જશે. Okay or not okay? Right? Sin pi by 2 minus sin 0. Alright? So K lambda by R. This is the electric field due to first quadrant. The second quadrant માં શું છે? Only the sign is negative, charge polarity is negative. So its electric field will also be in the same direction. This is due to one quadrant. So due to two quadrants, yes. Same as આવશે ને? Add due to the second quadrant. And answer is 2k lambda by R. Which option? Which option? Direction કઈ આવી? પહેલા તો એક left side. Okay, so direction will be I caret with minus sign. એવું છે ને option? A or none. બરાબર ને? A or none. હવે value find કરો. K ની value 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Put it there. Do you get option A? Otherwise answer is none. આટલો ક્વેશ્ચન છે ને એ ગુજરાત બોર્ડની જૂની ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં ખાલી આટલું આમ આપી દીધું હતું ને આપણે. હવે તે એનસીઈઆરટી માં તો ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન રાઈટ એવું થઈ ગયું really not kidding તમારી બુકમાં આખી બુકમાં માંડ એક કે બે ક્વેશ્ચન એવા છે જેમાં ઇન્ટિગ્રેટ કરો ઓલામાં તો ફર્સ્ટ ચેપ્ટરમાં 3 એવા છે રાઈટ anyway let's go to next question. A particle of charge 1 microcoulomb છે ને mass 1 gram charge 1 microcoulomb mass 1 gram moving with a velocity 4 meter per second is subjected to a uniform electric field of magnitude 300 volt per meter SI unit of electric field. Another SI unit of electric field is volt per meter. Don't worry about that. It's same as Newton per coulomb. આપણે એને એમ જ સમજવાનું બરાબર. For how much time? For 10. એનો મતલબ 10 seconds સુધી electric field. So there will be a force. Correct or not? You understand what I'm saying? If electron is there inside electric field, there will be a force. When there is a force, velocity will change. એટલે હવે ક્વેશ્ચન તો પૂછ્યો છે the final speed can be null, cannot be, right? Okay, that's because the direction is not given anywhere. Did you understand? Suppose electron was moving towards camera. If electron is moving towards the right side and the electric field is also applying force towards the right side, then the speed will increase. But if the electric field is applying force in opposite direction, then the speed will decrease. So maximum speed will be when the electric field pushes the electron, and minimum will be when it opposes the motion of electron. All right? Yes or no? Yes. Very good. Diagrams are the key thing. For getting maximum speed, for getting maximum final speed, electron ni velocity kઈ બાજુ હશે? Suppose right side. Okay, let's say electron is moving towards the right side. This is its initial velocity. Okay, and now we want to look for the case of maximum final speed. Maximum final speed. The electric field will be in which direction? Electric field will be in which direction? Left side or right side?
Left side.
Right side में?
Left side.
क्या left side?
Force will be.
If electric field is left side, then the force on the electron will be towards the right side. I hope that is clear. As I would have said, force on a negative charge is in opposite direction of electric field. Okay? Right. So how much will be the force in magnitude? Force find करना को, પછી acceleration find करना को, and here everything is uniform. Time interval is also given. Can you find the final speed? If you know the initial speed, use your favorite equations. Done. Electric field 200 છે ને 300. Okay. अच्छा इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं डुप्लीकेट by mistake I wrote it as electron. It's a charge q છે ને right. So force is going to be q into e. Yes or no? Acceleration will be force upon mass means q by m. Yes or no? Okay. હવે આની વેલ્યુ શું થાય ફાઇન્ડ કરી ચલો. ચાર્જ 10 raised to minus 6 microcoulomb. Electric field 300 upon mass. Mass 1 gram. Gram છે ને 10 raised to minus 3. Simplify all these. What do we get? How much is the acceleration? 0.3 meter per second square. Alright. Acceleration આવી ગયું. Initial velocity છે right side positive value. This acceleration is in which direction? This acceleration is in which direction? Right side. It's positive. Okay. So final speed कैसे find करें? Final velocity कैसे find करें? V equal to V0 plus AT. Okay. V equal to V0 is 4 plus acceleration is 0.3 into 10. So this is 7. 7 થી વધારે તો આવશે નહીં. Is that understood? Okay or not okay? 7 થી વધારે કે ઓપ્શન છે? કેમ પૂછ્યું ખબર છે? Because the question is cannot be. 7 is maximum. Find minimum now. Similarly, hurry up. What will be the change? Calculation which you are not going to put. What will be the change? A will be negative. Clear or not? Sure. So here also minus. So minimum speed also 1. Very good. જોયું કેવું ફટાફટ થાય. લખવાનું ટેન્શન બાજુ પર જ મૂકી દેવાનું. કાઈ નથી લખવું સર. જવા દો. અમે આ ફટાફટ માઇન્ડમાં કરીએ છીએ બધું. Right? 1 minute per second. Okay. What will be the answer? Got it? કાઈ નહોતું ને? ખાલી એક જ આઈડિયા પકડવાનો હતો સ્ટાર્ટિંગ that to get maximum speed force will be in direction of velocity. To get minimum speed force will be opposite to velocity, and then you have to choose values anything in between. All right. Now before we can get started with electric flux, we will first have to do some theory, right? Electric flux में समझाएंगे but Gauss law बाकी. So that's what we'll do. Okay. Gauss law. Okay. Like my sir used to say. So what is Gauss law? Well, it's a theorem or law related to flux. Okay, it's a theorem or law related to flux and charges, right? So let me write down the statement and formula, and then I'll start explaining why it's like that. Okay, of course, proof is not in your syllabus, but still, I will give you a simple version of proof, not a exact proof, but with some assumptions, it's manageable. So the statement is as follows: the net electric flux through a closed surface, net electric flux through a closed surface is equal to the net or total charge enclosed by the surface divided by epsilon naught. And they like when I formula find flux for which kind of surface? Closed. Easy. How much? Net is a total charge enclosed. Here sigma no લખાય લખી શકાય, but there is no need. When we say flux through a surface, automatically we mean net flux. Okay. Phi CS, phi for closed surface, is equal to sigma q enclosed. See, I am writing it very nicely. Terms કઈ જરૂરત ન પડે, એમને જ આવડી જાય. Sigma q enclosed divided by epsilon 0. This formula is called the Gauss rule. Okay, and I need check in form of statement. Got it? That's the Gauss rule. Now, Why it's like this? Okay, what does it mean? Let's discuss all. I'm erasing everything on the board. Again, this is a very useful or a very powerful way to find out electric field and all this. Suppose there was some closed surface, let's say a cube. Let's say a cube. And you have put two charges inside it, two charges. Okay, let's say plus 1 coulomb, and here suppose there is a plus 3 coulomb. Then what this law is telling you, what the law is telling you is that the flux for this cube, which is a closed surface, will be equal to 1 plus 3 upon epsilon 0, that is 4 by epsilon 0. That's the use of formula. Now, another thing that is telling you is that if you have put a charge outside this, let's say here you put a plus 3 coulomb charge extra, so one here, one here, one here, then even putting this charge does not affect this value. I repeat, I said that even putting this charge here, whether this charge is here or not, flux for this cube will not change. Flux for this cube will not change because the flux is depending only on the enclosed charge. What is the meaning of enclosed? Which is inside it or trapped. Got it? Yes or no? Now, everyone would do well to pay attention to this because this is a very important topic from every point of view. Right? Okay, board exam man MCQ આવશે at least one. Alright? અને કદાચ આ law એ પૂછી લે. Anyway, so if you put this here, it doesn't affect this. Now that's a bit strange. At first, it might look like no, this can't be. I'll tell you why. It's that flux is actually integration of electric field over the surface. Yes or no? So एक चार्ज વધારે મૂકો તો electric field change ન થાય. Right? If you put one more charge, then you have to use superposition principle and the electric field values will change. So if the electric field change થાય તો flux change ન થાય. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that is right. Electric field will change, but flux will not change. The reason is there is one more factor that can change. Theta. Right? The moment you put a charge, the directions of electric field will all be changed. So what will happen basically is that E and theta will change in such a way that phi does not change. Right? This is a fact. There is no doubt about it. It's possible you might still not understand. It's okay. धीरे धीरे analogies समझाओ. Okay, let's erase this. So first of all, you need to understand how to use the formula. Is the use of formula clear? હું તમને એમ નથી બોલતો તમને ફોર્મ્યુલા આવડી ગયો. હું તમને સીધું એમ જ બોલું તમને ફોર્મ્યુલા યુઝ કરતા આવડી ગઈ. ગોખવાવાળા ગોખી નાખો. તમારું કામ પૂરું. સુઈ જાઓ. બરાબર? બાકી બધા જાગતા રહે. Got it? Really not kidding. Now I am going to explain why is this true. Why is this true? બરાબર? એટલે જેને ખાલી ફોર્મ્યુલાથી મતલબ છે પૂરો ટોપ. ઓકે? બાકી આમાં કંઈ કરવાનું નથી. Well, but why is this true then? So, first of all, do you remember that flux is actually something linked or connected with number of field lines? Yes or no? Passing. Right? It's a very simple idea that if you have got let's say a 1 coulomb charge plus 1 point charge, there will be electric field lines going like this. Yes or no? They will go out in all directions. So here the field lines have some distances between them. Now instead of this, if I were to make this 2 coulomb, then what do you think? Should I draw more field lines or should I draw less field lines? If I replace 1 by 2, should I draw more field lines or less field lines? More. Why? Because electric field is stronger. Yes or no? Yes. And stronger electric field is represented by closer field lines. Correct or not correct?
Yes.
Not very. Okay, now imagine two cases where we have a plus 2 coulomb charge and it is surrounded by, let's say, a sphere. Right now, consider this is a sphere. I am in the trap. There will be flux for this sphere, yes or no? Why flux? Because these field lines will all cross them. Correct or not correct?
Yes.
Sphere is imaginary, by the way. Sphere is not real, the sphere is imaginary. એટલે એવું ન કહેતા field line ભટકાઈ ન જાય. કઈ છે જ નહીં, ભટકાય છે. It is imaginary. Compare that in another situation where we have once again a 1 coulomb charge and the same sphere which will have more flux. Which sphere will have more flux? Sphere in case of 2 coulomb or in 1 coulomb? In 2 coulomb. Why? Because more field lines will pass through it. Here, in fact, double the field lines should pass through that, because if charge is double, everything is double. Yes or no? So Gauss law is okay. Read here. What is it? It's sigma q enclosed. એવું છે ને? So if charge inside is double, then flux is also double. What a basic idea or not? હજી આ બે રીતે, હજી આમાં બીજા વેરિએશન સમજાવો એટલે બધી રીતે ખબર પડે. Clear? Right? So let's stop here. We will continue the next.